things mentally strong women don't do. We are all strong, but strength can be measured in many different ways. The first kind of strength that comes to mind is probably physical strength. There's also emotional strength and mental strength. Today, we're going to dive into the topic of mental strength and how you can flex your brain muscles to become a mentally stronger person. This video is going to be a little more focused on the ladies. However, anyone can benefit from most, if not all, of these great mental exercises. Before we share some mental workouts with you, why don't you hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss out on many of our tips and tricks to become a better you. Just like you would in a gym, becoming mentally strong takes commitment and time. You might not have to use dumbbells, but there will be some heavy lifting for your brain if you want to see results. At some point in our lives, most of us will feel the pressures of society. You may think things like, am I successful enough? Am I wearing the right clothes? Among many other things. We're under an enormous amount of pressure every day to succeed, put our best foot forward, and to not show our flaws. But being perfect all the time just isn't possible. We are all human, and it's completely normal to have a bad day or to not be your best self all the time. When we do have those bad days, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. So today, we're going to give you some tips provided by psychotherapist and author Amy Morin to help you get through those less perfect moments of life and still come out on top. Here are some tricks to help you become mentally strong. Number 1. Don't compare yourself to others. Oh, social media. Instagram, Facebook, and even Twitter are fun, online communities that encourage you to share your happiest moments with the world. It has the power to bring your biggest successes to the forefront and can help create that perfect image. But really, that's all it is, just an image. Sometimes when you see these images, it's hard not to look down on yourself for not getting that big promotion, or why your life might not look as perfect as your favorite celebrities. Or maybe you're a new mom and are constantly seeing all these images of other new moms who miraculously seem to find the time to shower every day and are somehow able to get that perfect family photo. These are all examples of comparing ourselves to others, and while this is tempting, Morin says you should steer clear of this bad habit. It's just time that's being taken away from your goals and isn't great for your mental health. Instead of having a pity party, let these images inspire you to go after what you want, or limit the amount of time you engage with social media. That way, you won't have the opportunity to feel like you're missing out. Number 2, don't be a perfectionist. We all want to succeed. We all want to be good at our jobs, and no one likes making mistakes. However, mistakes are the biggest teachers and are part of life. Even if you're a perfectionist, it's important to leave a little wiggle room for error. Life is all about learning, and no one is perfect at everything. If you keep trying to be perfect all the time, that's a recipe for high-stress situations, and ironically enough, when you're that stressed, your performance is more likely to become impaired. Having goals is healthy, but make sure they're attainable. And remember, everyone makes mistakes. Number 3, be vulnerable. It's common for folks to see vulnerability as weakness. It's important to have courage in situations that call for it. It shows you take these things seriously. However, asking for help when you need it, admitting when you don't know what to do, isn't weakness. If you ask us, it's actually pretty brave. Number 4, don't let that voice in your head talk you out of it. You know that little voice in your head that makes you second-guess things? Sometimes that's self-doubt, and when it rears its ugly head, it's important for you to ignore it. Being mentally strong sometimes means a battle of will against your own brain. Morin says your brain will try to convince you that you're not good enough, but you shouldn't believe it. She says your brain will underestimate you. When it does, it's important for you to believe in your abilities and show that brain of yours who's boss. Number 5, don't overthink things. This might be one of the tougher things to put into action on this list. It's so easy to fall into the trap and overthink, rehash, and worry about negative outcomes. However, Morin says that's a complete waste of precious time and mental energy. Not only that, it'll make you feel bad. Morin suggests that instead of worrying about what could go wrong or how big the problem is, try to focus on taking action and problem solving. Speaking of which, Number 6, tackle your problems head on. Life is full of tough choices and hard decisions. Putting off a problem often makes that problem much bigger by the time you get to it. It could be a hard conversation with a loved one, or dealing with an uncomfortable issue at work. Whatever it is, avoiding the issue will only keep you from moving on to bigger and better things. Morin tells us to face our fears one small step at a time, and soon you'll regain your confidence. Number 7. Don't always follow the rules. We're not saying you have to throw all caution to the wind here. We're just saying that sometimes it's important to know when a rule should be broken. This one is for women especially, as we're often told from a very young age to be ladylike and polite. However, taking risks sometimes pays off. Number 8. Don't put others down. It might seem like an easy way to feel good about yourself, but it's not a good look. Putting others down to lift yourself up is a negative way of thinking and will reflect poorly on you in the long run. Besides, no one is perfect, and you probably wouldn't want someone else doing this to you in return. Being someone's cheerleader and genuinely meaning it will get you further ahead much faster. Plus, it's a great way to make long-lasting relationships. Number 9. Don't listen to the haters. That might be a bit of a silly mantra, but it's kinda true. There will always be people in this life that are jealous or just plain mean. It'll seem like it's their mission to try and make you feel like you don't deserve success, or that they don't believe in you. The hard part here is believing in yourself enough that this won't faze you. Go after that new job and be your own biggest fan. Number 10. When things go wrong, don't blame yourself. Accepting responsibility is one thing, but Morin says that toxic self-blame does more harm than good. It's okay to accept when you've made a mistake, but thinking you're a bad person because of that mistake is the wrong way to go. Number 11. Speak up. This is another one that's meant more for women. We're often told to stay quiet and to not share our ideas. Even when we do share our ideas, sometimes they're not taken seriously. However, just because you identify as female doesn't mean your ideas don't have value. Morin says that studies show women don't get nearly as much airtime as men. So the next time you're part of a meeting at work or have an idea that you want to share, challenge yourself to speak up. We bet wonderful things will evolve because of it. Number 12. Don't be afraid to evolve. Just because you were into a band for years doesn't mean you can't move on to new music, right? Your favorite t-shirt might not be your favorite anymore, and that's totally okay. So why is it when we want to reinvent ourselves as a person, it seems to be a bad thing? Morin says to throw that idea out the window and create the life you want. She goes on to say that reinventing yourself is the key to personal growth, no matter what stage of life you're at. Big changes are sometimes the most rewarding. Number 13. Own your success. Morin says that women are afraid of looking too ambitious or even arrogant when it comes to owning our accomplishments. You've put in the work, yet you're the first one to give the credit away. Instead, practice a simple thank you the next time someone credits you on the great job you did, or gives you any compliment, really. And that wraps up the list. Phew, what a workout! Are you feeling that mental burn? It won't happen overnight, but working on breaking those bad mental habits that are holding you back will really help you grow mentally stronger and achieve all your goals in life. Plus, being mentally strong means better mental health overall. We hope you enjoyed this video. What tip inspired you the most? Are you going to try any of these tips? Do you feel mentally strong already and have some ideas you'd like to share? Let us know in the comments section below the ways in which you have become mentally strong, and feel free to share this video with your bestie. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.